I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Breaking news. Big Juke's funeral will not be in Memphis. Gotti says he won't attend. But before I get started this demonstration, if I could get you to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. I want to salute everybody that's catching this on the replay. I want to salute to everybody that's watching from the clouds. I want to salute to all my moderators. I want to salute to the whole Rock Squad. Let me salute individually, and we will get into this demonstration. Salute Francine. Salute Francine. Salute Londa. Salute Miss Groovy. Salute Positive Vibes. Salute Not On My Watch. Salute Marie. Salute Eartha. Salute Eartha. And I'll get back to saluting everybody individually. Salute Carolyn. Salute Carolyn. So everybody knows that Yo Gotti's brother was killed. Salute Felix. Now, his brother happened to lose his life at a family member funeral reception. They caught his brother, Big Juke, slipping at the reception of one of their family members. I believe it was an uncle. So now Yo Gotti and the rest of the family has to prepare for Big Juke's funeral. And word on the curb, word on the streets, and word from a reliable source of mine says that Gotti says they definitely can't have his brother's funeral in Memphis. For the simple fact, they think that the funeral will get shot up. Also, my reliable source has said that the police and even funeral homes in Memphis don't want to have anything to do with the funeral of the brother because they are afraid of the funeral being shot up. Now, is Gotti going about it the right way? Because you know the streets talk. Now, how is that going to make Gotti look in front of the streets? How is that going to make him look? Is that going to make people think he getting soft? Is that going to make people think that he's really not about that life? Because as I stated before, when young Dolph lost his life, and rest in peace to young Dolph. When young Dolph lost his life, was there any sympathy coming from Yo Gotti's side? But one thing we got to understand, you got to know when to turn that off. It is what it is. I know everybody think they Superman. Everybody think they the Incredible Hulk. Everybody think they untouchable. But the reality of it is, man, you got to know when to turn it off. You know, you just got to know when to turn it off. In Gotti's perspective, I'm sure with the drop of a dime, I'm sure he could go to war. I'm sure he could get down. But you got to take in consideration who all going to be there at that funeral. It's not like it's just going to be Yo Gotti and his henchmen. Or it's not like it's just going to be Yo Gotti and his hitters. We got to realize and understand that family members is going to be at that funeral. Yo Gotti's mother is going to be at that funeral. Kids is going to be at that funeral. Now, do I take a chance? Do I take a chance? I will put myself in Gotti's shoes. Do I take a chance? Do I jump out there? Once again, that's why I always say I don't walk around with my chest on swole. Because when you walk around your chest on swole, especially all the time, but when you walk around with your chest on swole, your chest, your ego becomes your brain. Your chest on swole and your ego becomes your thinking. They do all the thinking for you. And if y'all remember Godfather, and the Godfather even said it, he said that Sonny, which was the oldest son, Sonny would have made a bad Don. And when the Godfather got shot, and it's a prime example, I'm going to talk about the Godfather on 2 times. When they shot the Don and Sonny stepped up to be the Don, Sonny's walking around with his chest on swole. He was always walking around with his chest on swole. And it caused him to ultimately lose his life. Another gangster in the films that walked around with their chest on swole was Scarface. Scarface was taking up the connect. Scarface was all over the place with it. He wasn't thinking. He wasn't thinking. So in this situation, Gotti is going to have to use a valuable lesson from the Godfather. When they killed Sonny, when they shot and killed Sonny, it was nothing for the Don to wage war. But the Don knew, if I wage war, and no matter how many of the ops I wipe out, it ain't going to bring my son back. And not only won't bring my son back, he realized it was bad for business. See, the Don and Tom Hagen, they understood it. Because remember when Tom told Sonny, them shooting your father, them shooting the Don was nothing personal. It was business. Some of y'all might say, well, shit, well, why it can't be business if the Don wage war? Because you got to understand what the Don was saying. He said it's going to be bad business. It's going to be bad business. And we all know. Tommy mentioned this on a previous demonstration. The 2 M's don't mix. I remember back in the 90s, I was locked up with Terrence from around Marble Hall. Terrence told me the same thing. He said, shorty, the 2 M's don't mix. Money and murder don't mix. So the Don, he knew with war, our suppliers ain't going to want to deal with us. We're going to make it hard on our suppliers. We're going to make it hot for everybody. All these dead bodies dropping. And if anybody ever spent time in the streets, if anybody ever spent time, and if anybody ever did their thing in the drug game, you all right. You can make as much money as you want to make until them dead bodies start popping up. When them dead bodies start to pop up, the alphabet boys gonna come and pay you a visit. So some people, you know, the people that don't think, they might push the narrative that Yo Gotti is scared. Yo Gotti is punking out. Nah, he ain't scared. He doing what he's supposed to do. He doing the same thing, allegedly, that young Dolph people done. Allegedly. This is all allegedly. A lot of people felt like, damn, how come young Dolph people ain't get back on Gotti and them? Remember, y'all, it's all allegedly. But you see how this thing worked? You see how this thing worked? They did what? They waited for the right time. You see how it was the right time? Now, if that killing was a clapback for young Dolph people, see how, in my opinion, see how easily it was done? Sometimes you got to think. And this is why I always tell people, you got to think. Let me drop my disclaimer, y'all. Let me drop my disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. I'm going to go get my Bluetooth because I want to play some audio. Now, I've done a couple demonstrations. One demonstration I've done, and I asked the question, was the young Dolph and Yo Gotti beef over a female? What sparked the beef? Did it have anything to do with young Dolph not signing to Gotti? Did it have anything to do with any of that? Well, I found an old Breakfast Club clip of young Dolph, and I'm sure most of y'all that's been following the case have heard this. So I'm going to get my Bluetooth and I'm going to play it so you all can hear out of young Dolph's mouth. Correct. He's playing chess, not checkers. And I know y'all heard this. It's chess, not checkers. Chess is a thinking man's game. Chess is a thinking woman's game. Chess is a thinking child's game. In order to win at chess, you got to think. You got to study. And what's the most important thing in chess? You got to learn how to give a piece. Listen, in chess, one of the most important lessons to learn in chess, you have to learn how to give a piece. And in chess, we call it a pawn. You got to learn how to give a piece. Sometimes you might have to give up your queen. And the queen, besides the king, the queen is the most powerful piece on the board. But sometimes you got to be able to give up that queen to checkmate your opponent. It's all about giving and taking. If I got to give up my queen to checkmate you, my queen up out of there. But let me get this clip. I want to run this audio because it's been a minute and a lot of the information, some of the information in the case I remember, but it's been a minute and I've been covering other cases. So a lot of the information in the young Dolph and Yo Gotti case, a lot of it I just forgot. So if y'all want to refresh in my memory, that's fine. But I found the old clip when young Dolph was on the Breakfast Club, and they asked him what's going on, and Dolph said he lost respect for Gotti from the very beginning. He said, I didn't have no respect for Yo Gotti from the very beginning because Dolph said the first time that he met Gotti and he was in the studio with Gotti, Dolph says that Gotti told everybody else to leave out the studio except Dolph. And Gotti told Dolph, he mentioned some names. He said, see, with them, I got to hold their hands. But with you, you are already established, so I don't have to hold your hand. Dolph looked at it in a disrespectful manner as far as he felt like Dolph felt like Gotti disrespected his own partners. He felt like Gotti was disrespecting his own partners. So he felt like if he feel that way about his own partners, and if he would disclose that information to me, somebody that he don't know about his own partners, he felt like this ain't a joker that I want to, ride with. I get where Dolph coming from, but maybe Dolph might have took it out of content. I don't know. I'll let y'all decide that. But it's a strong possibility Dolph may have took it out of content. And that's why I always stress communication. I stress that amongst us all. If you rolling with somebody, always keep that open line of communication, because we all can assume. And we know when we assume, most of the times we wrong. So some people might say, I assume Shank meant this. I might even say, I assume so-and-so meant this. But if we don't have that one-on-one conversation, and maybe if Dolph would have chopped it up with Gotti about it, maybe Gotti would have been able to clear it up, because it can be taken in that manner. It can be like, damn, he's sitting up here dragging his partners in them to me, so I can imagine how he would do me. But let me get this Bluetooth. Let me get the Bluetooth, y'all. Y'all bear with me, and I'm going to get this Bluetooth so we can hear this audio. And y'all stay away from my troublemakers down there, my troublemakers, positive vibes, and beautiful nightmare. Y'all see they already starting to roast me already. So y'all stay away from them. Positive vibes and beautiful nightmare ain't up to no good tonight. Let me get my Bluetooth.
Bluetooth connected.
Tony King down there trying to roast me too. Wheezy down there trying to roast me too. My troublemakers are at it. But as I stated, like, we got to be real careful, because maybe young Dolph took it the wrong way. But I'll let y'all hear it, and then y'all let me know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it.
Why do they keep trying to make it a rap beef between you and Gotti, though?
If it's something about you I just don't respect, bro, I can't sit and fake and act like it's all good.
That's understandable.
Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the first time I even met little dude, go in the studio. First time, he sent everybody out the studio. Like, let me holler at dog. Like, man, you got your own everything. Bro. You poppy. Like, but you got the money, you got your team, you got this, you got that. Like, bro, I'm telling you, we can do this, we can do that. You ain't like Zilla. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Zilla. You ain't like Starlito. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Starlito. I ain't gotta babysit you like them. It's my first time meeting you. You gonna really sit and downplay your artist and throw your artist up on the bus to try to persuade me in to come over there? So it's like a red alert the first time I met him.
You feel like
I can't respect that.
Me.
No, it's just I can't respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they keep trying to make it a rap beef between?
Y'all talk to me. How y'all feel after hearing that? How do y'all feel? Like I said, I get where Dolph was coming from. I get where he's coming from, because I've been in a situation like that before, a couple times. I get where he's coming from. But could it been that he assumed wrong about Gotti? Do y'all think that it's a strong possibility that Gotti meant it in a negative way? Or do y'all think that it's a possibility that Gotti didn't mean no harm? How do y'all feel? Drop a 1 if y'all think Gotti didn't mean no harm. Drop a 2 if y'all think that Dolph had it right. Because in Dolph's defense, it could go that way. Like, damn, why you running? You don't even know me. Why you running your people, to me? I don't know whether or not they got their ish together. I see some ones. Felix says he thinking he gonna talk about him to the next man the same way about him. Correct. And that's a good point, Felix. That's a good point. Still Swinging Podcast says, sound of me like Dolph was looking for a problem because I don't see why any of that would have concerned young Dolph. Right. So Still Swinging Podcast and Felix, both of y'all, in my opinion, both of y'all are correct. And both of y'all, have a logical way of looking at it. It's like on this end, they're your partners and running a business to me. But then on the other end, even if I am running my partners 411, it's none of your business. But then on the side of Felix, what Felix is saying, right, it's not none of my business. However, if you will run your partners 411 to me, then I can imagine you definitely would run my 411 to somebody else. I also want to play some other clips as well. It's going to be a long ride tonight, y'all. I'm going to try to push for all night. Notice I'm going to try, but I want to chop it up. It's an all-nighter. So the Cash App is open for donations. The Cash App is $ERICMCINT. So it just was a lot of different things. And another thing, that's why I always say as men, and I'm sure we all have been guilty. I've been guilty of that once before in my life. And I'm sure we all have been guilty of assuming instead of just approaching the man or asking for clarity on it. Because most of the times, a lot of these issues, in my opinion, can be cleared up with just a conversation. Hey, bro, tell me how you feel. It might hurt my feelings, but bro, tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel. I want to go to another piece from from Wack. And Wack really, and pretty much everybody was agreeing with Wack. Even those that don't fool with Wack, they were agreeing with Wack as well. As far as how Gotti is playing this. Should Gotti and the family have the funeral in Memphis? And if they do have the funeral, would it be wise for Gotti to show up at that funeral? Let's listen to Wack, y'all, and tell me what y'all think about Wack. Let's listen to Wack and tell me what y'all think about Wack.
On YouTube. Let's go.
All right, we was talking about that Yo Gotti and his brother shit. Not
shit, man.
Before you came in.
Yeah, that's a bad situation in his life. It's really a tricky situation.
Mm-hmm.
He has to show maturity. See, this is when your Godfather training. I've been watching The Godfather since I've been like 13 years old. And there's a lot of training in that movie. This is where I get to. I'll lose 10. I'll lose 10. I'll lose 10 battles to win the war, right? Because right now the expected is for him to get out and drop a bag. The feds is waiting for it. His ops is waiting for it. And the snitches that's already in his circle is waiting for it. If he does the expected, it's game over. They gonna get him out of here one way or another. And if he here to see it, he gonna watch everybody around him get picked apart because he won't be free to stop it. Or if they get him out of here another way, it's just open season on his people. So this one of those things right now, he should need to be focused on the security of his brother's funeral only.
I think Wack summed it up, and it's more, and I'm gonna run more of it. Bobby, I like what Bobby says. Bobby H says, Gotti respected that because with any artist, you deal with artist problem. That's the golden egg he saw in Dolph. Dolph was self-sufficient, less problem, more money. I'm with you 100 on that, Bobby. I'm with you on that. And that's why I said strong possibility Dolph took it the wrong way. I see it. I get it now. But it's a strong possibility because in my opinion, and y'all help me if I'm seeing it different, in my opinion, he wasn't dragging his artists as far as saying, man, you know, they broke, you know, F them, they some clowns. Nah, he wasn't dragging them. He was only just really giving Dolph his flowers, but using his artists as examples. Like, look, you know, they as an artist, they don't got their ish together like you got your ish together. So I'm with you on that, Bobby, as far as Gotti just respected Dolph. Now, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because like I said, my knowledge on the case, you know, because I've been covering a whole lot of other cases. But if I ever speak and if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I definitely know Dolph was the first one with the diss tracks. I definitely know Dolph was taking shots first on the records. And for Yo Gotti, I mean, at the end of the day, when is enough enough? Now, and it's hard, and I tell people all the time, like when the trolls be coming in my chat, when the other content creators be taking shots at me, sometimes I can overlook it. Sometimes I don't pay it no mind. But after so many subliminal discs, after so many shots, you know, after so much, you know, even Jesus Christ flipped over the tax collector's table in the house of the Lord. So for Gotti, if Dolph kept taking these shots at him and kept pushing that line towards him, I mean, at the end of the day, what was we expecting Gotti to do? What was we expecting Gotti to do? But as Bobby pointed out, he was just giving Dolph his flowers. He was impressed. Let's go to some more of Wack.
Breaking news.
My bad, y'all.
That's all he need to be focused on. Straight up. Because if he, first of all, if you move, they just gonna wait till the funeral. Somebody in this circle is working with the police. That's a fact. They got too many niggas moving with them. Straight up. So they're gonna be reporting that. If he move, they gonna wait for that funeral. They gonna get out. It get too hot. You a businessman, that's gonna go away. So right now, he gotta be patient. He gotta do the unexpected. He gotta take the hit, fuck the trolls, fuck with something to the people. And nigga, you gotta
Down
wait.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot, right? Oh, that's your brother, nigga. You gonna, hey, listen, man. Check this out. This ain't about winning here and losing there. It's about winning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got to live with my decision. Fuck what you talking about. It's real shit. If that nigga jump out that window, his ass is not gonna hit the ground.
Let me just build off of that. Appreciate that cash donation, Carolyn. Appreciate that cash donation, Carolyn. Let me build off of that. Wack said a lot of other real ish, but that was some of the realest ish that I've ever heard anybody say. Wack said, I'ma have to live. Speaking to God, speaking about God, I'ma have to live with the decision that I make, not you. Not you. I'ma have to live with that decision. So I ain't trying to impress your ass. Bump your ass. You know what I mean? I'm going to impress my ass by making the right decision. You know what I'm talking about? And so many times we get caught up in that very decision-making idea or opinion right there. We let other people make the decision that's going to affect our lives. We let other people make them decisions for us. Oh, bro, man, I wouldn't go out like that. Oh, bro, I'd have did this. Oh, bro, I'd have slapped the shit out of them 3 niggas right there. Oh, bro, then I'd have elbowed them 4 niggas over there. Oh, bro, then I'd have dropped that nigga right there. Nigga, you wouldn't have hit none of them. You wouldn't have put your hands on none of them if you was in the same situation that I'm in. The decision is going to affect you. So you better make the best decision that you need to make when it comes time to decision making. Don't worry about Shank. Don't worry about main man right there. Don't worry about my man over there and how they gonna feel about it. Shank ain't got to live with your decision making. Main man over there ain't got to live with your decision making. My man down the street ain't got to live with your decision making. Let's go back to Wack, y'all.
Well, he better figure it out, you know. It's kind of fucked. This is a fucked up situation. And then talking to Victoria. Victoria said that the day that he got killed, that he was on live, like he felt it. You know how when people feel death, like he knew they
Yeah, he was saying that. Yeah.
No, let me tell you, look, me and Game just had this conversation about some other shit. He said, Wack, it's been more than 20 occasions. I didn't call you and you didn't call me and said, hey, my nigga, I ain't feeling it. I'm to the crib. Game the same way. I'm to the crib. He said, a lot of these niggas that's dead didn't follow what they felt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. It's a funeral. Nigga, if I'm feeling something, fuck that funeral. Nigga already dead.
On your first mind, yeah.
Nigga, you know how many times I done got dressed with the pull out the driveway and say go in the house? I go in the house.
I don't promote being a gangster. I don't promote the gangster lifestyle. But there are many that are gangsters. But in order to be a good gangster, you gotta think. You gotta think. They mentioned, and I spoke on that on proof that he knew something was coming down the pipe because he put on his Instagram hours before he was gunned down. He put on his Instagram about snakes and fakes and how you gotta move. He felt it. He knew something was coming. When you get that gut feeling, when you get that feeling that we all get when we know something ain't right, I ain't going. Oh, yo, why you acting like a little girl? I'll be that little girl. I ain't going. Oh, yo, why you scared? Why you acting like you scared? I ain't going. He felt it. He felt it. Some people might say, but Shank, maybe he knew his time was coming. And it was a minute ago, I was having this similar discussion about Malcolm X. And I said that Malcolm X got caught slipping. I got hot dogs thrown at me. I got shoes thrown at me. I got all kind of things thrown at me, all because I said Malcolm X was caught slipping. Nah, Shank, nah, he didn't get caught slipping. It was his time. And he knew that God was calling him home. If that was the case, why don't we all just run reckless? Why don't we all walk out in front of a car knowing we're going to get hit? See, it's the decision making that can cost you your life as well as your freedom. Malcolm got caught slipping. Malcolm went out on stage without any protection. Malcolm went out there after knowing he was a marked man. He still chose to go out there on stage without any protection. Remember what I said. The decision making is what can cost you your freedom as well as your life. You know what, brother? I ain't going unless I got the brothers, unless I got security. That's what security is for, to protect whoever they're securing. That's what your security team is for, to keep you safe. Why was Big Jook wide open? What he about? 300 solid, 350 solid? This a big joker right here. That's a big joker. That's a big boy right there. No kind of security. Let's go back to Wack.
It's real shit. I feel shit. I be on the freeway, half a tank of gas. You know I got enough to get to where I'm going, back up the gas up. Some say, nigga, get off, get some gas. Get off, get some gas for what? Nigga, just follow your mind. I get off, go to the gas station, pull in there. I'm pumping the gas. Here come a little kid. Excuse me, sir. How you doing? Hey, man, I got two of my brothers over there in the car seat, my mom, and we out of gas. Sir, you know, I'm just asking if you can just help us. This why my gut told me to get some gas. I wasn't supposed to be at this fucking gas station.
Hey, that's what's up.
That's right on some real shit. Like
that's a good way to look at that shit, though.
This is why, because when I feel shit, I follow it. It's either taking me to something to help somebody, or maybe let me get him off the freeway to keep him from running into that over there. I don't know. All I know is I feel shit. I don't know about y'all.
I definitely feel shit, and I get.
I feel shit.
I follow my first mind. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Fuck. No, bro, I'm cool. Okay, nigga, that might be cool for you. Whatever it is, ain't cool for me.
Who funeral they was at?
One of their family members, uncle or something.
Uncle funeral.
Yeah, he was supposed to, God forgive me, but like knowing you hot like that, and he was supposed to pass on that.
That's a fact.
For real. He was supposed to pass on that.
Are we listening? Are we listening? You hot. You hot, Big Jook. Maybe that's why Gotti got in and got up out of there. Y'all hot. You hot. Gotti hot. Maybe that's why Gotti got up in there and got up out of there. Y'all hot. Memphis love Young Dolph. Memphis still loves Young Dolph. Memphis loves Gotti. Memphis loves Big Juke. But it's a different situation, because if it was the other way around and Gotti would have lost his life first and Dolph would have still been roaming the streets of Memphis, Memphis would have felt the same way. Y'all know how it is. The person that loses their life, that's who most of the times wins all of the votes. Even if that person started the fight. Have y'all ever been in that situation? Somebody starts something with you, a fight or whatever it may be. They started with you. You clap back. And now they become the victim. They don't want to hear nothing about what they done to you. So regardless of who started the fight, the beef, Dolph lost his life first. So all of the votes, the majority of the votes, the sympathy went to Dolph because he lost his life first. So now y'all in Memphis. Dolph got hitters too. Y'all back in Memphis, wide open. And I know you can't protect yourself all the time. I know you can still get hit when you got security. But when you moving like a gangster, this is what comes with the lifestyle of being a gangster. And this is why I say it ain't worth being a gangster, because you got to always be on gangster mode. Tommy said this last night. He said he don't like being locked up because when he locked up, every second of the day when you locked up, you got to be on gorilla time. You got to be ready to hurt somebody when you locked up. That's what come with the territory. And any and everybody that ever been locked up before feel the same way Tommy felt. You on gorilla time. When you locked up, you can't get caught slipping. You can't. You might have 30 days left. You might have 30 days left. You might have just got finished doing 15 years. You got 30 days left to be released. And the Joker might bring it to you. And this happens all the time in prison. What you gonna do? You got 30 days left. And the Joker bring it to you. You got to be ready to get down for the get down. You moving like a gangster. Allegedly, Big Juke put a bag on Dolph's head. Stop right there. Man, Jook disrespected that whole city, bro, because he knew what he was doing. He felt untouchable, and those people was waiting for that. They shot at him at the car show. He knew. They banged on him. What was it? The night before? They banged on him. The gangster lifestyle is one of the most, I think, being a gangster and being a rapper, those are the most depressing lifestyles to live. Those are the number one and number two crash out dummy mission lifestyles that you could ever want to live. You got to be ready to go. If you live in the life of a gangster, you can't get caught slipping. You got to be ready to go at all times, meaning you got to be ready to put that work in at all times. You cannot get caught slipping. It ain't no mistakes allowed. It ain't no errors. None of that comes when you're living a gangster lifestyle. When you dropping money bags on people's head, you better not get caught slipping. It is what it is. Over here, we call a spade a spade. It is what it is. They love that man, bro. He didn't forget where he came from. That was done for principle. Let's move on to Wack again.
Nah, you then Gotti go Wack?
Yo, Gotti went to the funeral, but he didn't go to the repast. Them niggas went to the repast. He got hit at the repast.
Oh, okay.
So that's the thing. You supposed to went and get the fuck on. Gotti left and got the fuck on.
Gotti went and got on the plane to go handle some business. He should have went with his brother. But he probably thinking, mama, well, nigga, it's the host of uncles, families, and friends. Or you know what, mama? We going to the crib. Your baby feeling something. You want your baby here still? Or you want to come back to one of these? Because now mama got to come do it again in 2-3 weeks.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is what I was trying to figure out. Like, we really didn't have, like, so did his brother get his name up off of him, or did his brother already, like, have a name?
What the notoriety in the industry come from Yo Gotti. Who he was in the streets of Memphis come from him. So they both enhance each other.
Okay.
You know, Big Brother got a name in the streets. Yo Gotti come up, blow up. He rich. He put his brother on, and now that just made that even. But the streets is so fucked up, right? Check it out. The streets, this straight became his voice. He dropped a bag on Whoop-de-Whoop. Well, nigga, how you know that? They really assuming and talking, parking garage talk. Too many niggas start saying it, it's the truth. Now, he like on some niggas, fuck with them niggas talking about them niggas over there just running their mouth. Nigga, I ain't did that. Oh, you did it, even if you didn't do it. And you gotta move like you did do it. When them streets want to put something on you, they gonna put it on you.
I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, now you saying everybody's saying that the feds, okay, Gotti, like the feds is gonna come for him.
They already own him, been on him for years.
Okay, but it's what evidence that do they have that you get what I'm saying? Like
they don't have none. It's just listen, okay. Dolph get hit. Yeah, that nigga. I bet that nigga. They start like this. I bet that nigga Juke dropped the bag. That's all it needs. 2 niggas. One nigga go home. Nigga seen what happened? Now I went to, Juke dropped the bag. Oh, yeah. Now that motherfucker tell another motherfucker. Within 3 days, 50 niggas talking about he dropped the bag. Nigga, whether you did or not, you dropped the bag. You better start moving like you dropped it. That's the streets.
it's crazy.
That's the streets. The assumption of in one conversation becomes the truth. The question is, how you know he dropped the bag?
No, you ain't lying. That's everybody saying he dropped the bag.
Yeah, everybody, but But
You right
look,
about
the
that.
shooter ain't saying it.
Yeah.
The fans ain't saying they heard on the wiretap. He ain't claiming it. It's the streets.
Heard him out as a motherfucker,
Yeah,
boy.
it's the streets. Niggas start some shit. And that's it.
How you feel about what you say is Angela? Angela is the one that he's dating,
Angela Simmons.
baby.
I mean, you know, her family gonna be in her ear.
What I tell you,
Yep,
baby.
you
I
did
already
say
said
Yeah, but
it,
this is
yeah.
what I'm saying, Wack.
Her
Her
daddy
family
gonna
gonna
sit her
be in her
down. That's
ear.
a fact. That's a fact.
And if Gotti love her, he gonna remove her.
What did I say?
You said
What did I
I
say?
swear to God, you
That's
What
a
did I
fact.
say? That's what I
But
said.
listen,
He
though,
love
Wack.
her, he gonna remove her from
Exactly.
that immediate.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna say, baby, it's hot right now. Listen, I need you to go over there where you
That part.
stay, or like with me, Flossie. I got a crib I ain't never been to. I ain't never seen it. I know it's a car there. I know it's furnished. I know what's there. I know it's a safe there, right? I've never been to the motherfucking house. I brought the motherfucking house about 9 years ago. Down over there in the South, in the cut, right? So I'm like this. If it ever get weird, right? And I send that text to my family, they gonna hit Van Nuys Airport, they gonna get to that tail number. I keep a flight, been prepaid for 8 years from Van Nuys Airport going straight over there. Straight up. They get that text, they out. Cause see, at that point, I got to remove that. Right? Now it's on. Right? Because when it's on like that, you can't have it around you. That might get hit trying to hit you.
Exactly.
So if he love that girl, he gonna put her where she's supposed to be. If he really loved her, I would have been paid the blogs, expressed his strain of the streets, has called Yo Gotti and Angela to break up, whether it was real or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing it out there. She ain't with me no more.
Mm-hmm.
If you love her, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, that's gonna really make her stay down because she understand what you're doing. She see you come out of it, you know, it's kind of like Belly, you know, Nas and his girl. Nas and T-Boz, you know what I'm saying? Man, let's get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So if you love her, it'd have been an announcement already. Due to the stress and strain of what's going on, if she don't come from that, she's out.
It's a cold world, Rock Squad. Salute Taylor XO. Salute Taylor XO. It's a cold world. It's a cold world. I just, for me, because now let me just show y'all how cold of a world we're living in. Now that's straight drop. That's straight drop. Straight drop has a trial coming up in a couple months. Straight drop has a trial coming up in a couple months. Do y'all know what he's going to be standing trial for in a couple months? Somebody in the chat, let everybody know what this joker right here, straight drop, is going to be standing trial for in a few more months. Let it be known what this joker right here, straight drop, is going to be on trial for in a few months. You guessed it. Appreciate that, Felix and Beautiful and Bobby. Who's that with the circle around him? Look close. That's why I say it's a cold world. That's the same person. That's straight drop. That's straight drop. Who's he standing beside, to the left or right, a little bit behind? He's standing beside young Dolph. I'll say it again. Being a gangster and being a rapper is two of the worstest lifestyles to live. We've, in the last 10 years, we've lost close to 100 rappers, probably more than that. But have y'all realized in the last 10 years how many rappers we have lost? Let me go back to Wack.
Erase her, eliminate her from the equation. Real talk.
I agree.
She damn sure better not be at Juke's funeral at all. I wonder, maybe you can't go. You know what I'm saying? The odds of something happening there is slim to none. And it's gonna be 9 million police for that motherfucker and all kind of shit.
But it's sad to say though, this is when, you know, you got all this going on, shit. It'll be immediate family only. Like,
yeah, it have to be that. But it ain't even about what's inside, it's about what's outside. And I really believe respectfully, you know, this is why niggas be getting comfortable. Niggas ain't supposed to be able to run up on a nigga like that. Niggas get comfortable, it doesn't happen. I hate a team that get comfortable. Nigga, don't get comfortable. Nigga, like, ain't no way. It was 3 gunmen ran up on dude.
and it's like, damn, I'm at a repass. You mean to tell me the type of nigga you are wasn't no motherfucking police, no none of that shit around?
What I'm saying is,
you get what I'm saying?
Listen, you can't be getting out the car before your team out the car. That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have at least 3 teams anyway. One that's with you, one that's backing the team, and one that's already there before you get there. If we go on a motherfucking, you know, such and such, whatever, right? I got a team that's with me, and I got a team that's already there. The team.
That's what I don't understand. Like I said, that's like Wack said. When you moving like that, Bobby says Memphis police going to be at that funeral deep. So drop a 1. Actually, if y'all think the funeral, drop a 1 if y'all think they will be safe if they go to the funeral, because you know the law gonna be there. We know the law definitely gonna be at that funeral if it's in Memphis. They gonna be at that funeral regardless where it's at. But if that funeral is in Memphis, the law is gonna be at that funeral and they gonna be there deep. Drop a 1 if you think it would be a safe spot. It would be kind of like a safe haven for Gotti and the family. But back to Juke, it's like Wack was saying, man, you got to have 3 sets of team. You got to have a team that pulls up with you. You got to have that team that's already there. And you got to have that team that's on their way. Maybe y'all can help me understand this, because I'm still trying to find the answers to how they was able to pull that off. Nobody banged back. There were no reports of any fired gunshots. Nobody clapped back. How? Bobby and the rest of y'all, Weezy, Juanita, and the rest of y'all, Eddie, help me understand this. How is it that nobody clapped back? Felix, somebody explain to me why nobody from Big Juke's entourage Why nobody clap back? Gotti just signed with Rock Nation. That's going to be a problem, bro. That man got 39 mil. He got to move like the president. I was taught to always cover your own ass and never let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Juanita says, big setup, Shank. Big setup, Shank. Bobby says they knocked security guard. He had only one, and everyone else was probably in the restaurant eating. Now I do know dudes got that mentality, that effort mentality. Like, nigga gonna run out on me, let him run down on me. He could have came out for a smoke. That's true. That's crazy, but he better move swiftly. Like you in Memphis. You in Memphtown. You in Memphis. And it can happen in any city, but you in Memphis. And you moving like that in Memphis. Eddie says, I think he was set up by Gotti. When I first heard about it, Eddie, I was thinking the same when I first heard about it. But when I started covering it, a few people were saying, nah, Gotti ain't behind it. Gotti didn't backdoor him. Gotti didn't set it up. Or the smoke, somebody said he just forget his street nature. Drop a 1 if y'all think Gotti set it up. Drop a 1. Because at first, I was leaning to the side of Gotti probably had that hit done. But then I was like, I don't think so. Drop a 1 if y'all think Gotti set it up. Not with mom. Man, that's no benefit. There's no benefit. They just got caught slipping, bro. Miss Groovy dropped the 2. He better dress like Madid, yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. And it can happen to any of us. It can happen to anybody. They just got caught slipping. Some people were saying Gotti expected his brother to get in and out too. Felix says, nah, man, that's his bro. Because some people were saying, well, you know, the court tried for young Dolph is getting ready to come up. And they were saying, you know, a few people were saying Beautiful Nightmare is torn in between. A few people were saying how if the trial would have took place and Big Juke was still alive, they felt like Big Juke was going to give up some names. So that's why Gotti had him knocked off. But then some people were saying that when Big Juke dropped the money on Dolph's head, Gotti didn't know nothing about it. He kind of like went behind Gotti's back and dropped the bag. So, you know, the streets are saying this, the streets are saying that. But then, like I said, they were saying, Shank, Gotti got in and Gotti got out. The same thing Big Juke was supposed to have done. Get in, get out. Juanita says, I'm with Felix. They got caught slipping. They got caught slipping. Well, we definitely know Big Juke got caught slipping. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. I got a whole city at my neck. No, bro, not my space to be. I love life, bro. That pride-ish. I mean, I'm with you, but that's why I say I'm with you. I'm with you. I love life. Tony says some people don't care where or when they see the op, they will pop off. And maybe that's what happened. Because allegedly they said that at the funeral, they seen some men in the back of the funeral with the COVID mask on. They just caught them slipping. I think it's a possibility because fans was watching Juke. They picked him up once in connection to it. Gotti not about to go down for his brother BS. And then with Big Juke being shot at the night before, you know there's rules to that game. You can't get caught slipping. And that's what I was saying. When you live in the gangster lifestyle, you just can't get caught slipping. When you doing dirt, you live in a gangster lifestyle. Shit, a regular 9-to-5 man can't get caught slipping. A regular 9-to-5 man can't walk out his house counting his money. So it's rules for all of us. Even if you ain't in the streets, even if you ain't moving around like a gangster, it's still rules. Secret Service, he got the money to pay it. It's funny, they followed him for 2 days, just like they did Dolph. Right. Karma spun the block. Right, beautiful. You right. You right. They found the right time. They found the right time. Deer in the headlight syndrome. Deer in the headlight syndrome. Let's go back. I want to chop it up about young Dolph. I want to chop it up about what young Dolph said on the Breakfast Club about Yo Gotti. Let's go back there. You got artists out here from every major city that rat on their own selves, especially when you making records telling your friends and followers how many ops you killed. That's facts, Bobby. That's facts. Let's come back to Dolph. Let's chop it up about what Dolph said about Gotti.
A rap beef between you and Gotti, though.
If it's something about you I just don't respect, Roger, I can't sit and fake and act like it's all good.
That's understandable.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like the first time I even met little dude, go in the studio. First time, he sent everybody out the studio. Like, let me holler at Dolph. Like, man, you got your own everything. Bro. You poppy. Like, but you got the money, you got your team, you got this, you got that. Like, bro, I'm telling you, we can do this, we can do that. You ain't like Zilla. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Zilla. You ain't like Starlito. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Starlito. I ain't gotta babysit you like them. It's my first time meeting you. You gonna really sit and downplay your artists and throw your artists up on the bus to try to persuade me in to come over there? So it's like a red alert the first time I met him.
You feel like
I can't respect that.
Me?
No, it's just I can't respect that.
Why do they keep trying to make it a rap beef between you and Gotti, though?
If it's something about you I just don't respect, Roger, I can't sit and fake and act like it's all good.
That's understandable.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like the first time I even met little dude, go in the studio. First time, he sent everybody out the studio. Like, let me holler at Dolph. Like, man, you got your own everything. Bro. You poppy. Like, but you got the money, you got your team, you got this, you got that. Like, bro, I'm telling you, we can do this, we can do that. You ain't like Zilla. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Zilla. You ain't like Starlito. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Starlito. I ain't gotta babysit you like them. It's my first time meeting you. You gonna really sit and downplay your artist and throw your artist up on the bus to try to persuade me in to come over there? So it's like a red alert the first time I met him.
You feel like
I can't
he's innocent?
respect.
Salute roast. Salute roast. I get, it's his first time meeting him. I get him. I get Dolph. I get Dolph. Let's go to Black Youngster for a little bit. Now, Black Youngster does a video standing on Dolph's grave. But see,
About me.
No, it's just I can't respect that.
y'all talk to me. Y'all talk to me. Y'all talk. I get my thoughts together, y'all. Yeah, I get my thoughts together. There's some things that you just don't do. You do a video at this man's grave. I'm speechless, y'all. I'm still trying to get some clarity in what Dolph said. Pee says he came in wrong. You can't step on other people to get ahead. Let me play it back. Let me play it back.
Why do they keep trying to make it a rap beef between you and Gotti though?
If it's something about you I just don't respect, Roger, I can't sit and fake and act like it's all good.
That's understandable.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the first time I even met little dude, go in the studio. First time. He seen everybody out the studio. Like, let me holler at dog. Like, man, you got your own everything, bro. You popping. Like, but you got the money, you got your team, you got this, you got that. Like, bro, I'm telling you, we can do this, we can do that. You ain't like Zilla. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Zilla. You ain't like Starlito. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Starlito. I ain't gotta babysit you like them. It's my first time meeting you. You gonna really sit and downplay your artist and throw your artist up on the bus to try to persuade me in to come over there? So it's like a red alert the first time I met him.
You feel
I
like
can't
he's innocent
respect
about
that.
me.
No, it's just I can't respect that.
Mhm.
He did more than one, Shank. One on the grave and one mocking how he was allegedly crawling on the floor, and he put up the 4s, mocking the 4 attempts. That's total disrespect. I don't care how you slice it, totally wrong. Who do y'all think started it? Let's start right there. Who do y'all think started it? Who thinks Dolph started it? Who thinks Gotti started it? Juanita says he came in on some slick-ish from the get-go. Drop a 1. Drop whoever y'all think started this beef. Drop Dolph if you think Dolph started it. Drop Gotti if you think Gotti started it. Nobody don't want to drop no names. Nobody don't want to drop no names. Who y'all think started it? Dolph or Gotti? Because one thing that I learned in life, you can't get mad at the clapback. You can't get mad at the clapback. If you started something, Bobby says Dolph started it, but I think Got being older should cut it off. Dolph started it, but I think Gotti being older should have cut it off. Tony says, who is the oldest of the two? I think Gotti the oldest. Gotti is the oldest. James says, doesn't matter. Someone should have been the bigger man and just walk away. Beautiful says 50-50. But one thing I can say about Dolph, he clapped back in his music. He never came for that man's life, even after they came for his multiple times. Bobby says the maturity level in both was terrible, especially when women are involved. Salute, boss man. Boss man says Dolph slept with Gotti's baby mother. How many of y'all feel like that was disrespect? How many of y'all feel if Dolph slept with Gotti's baby mother, how many of y'all feels as though that was disrespect? Juanita says it don't matter who started it. They should have been grown enough to settle like two grown men. Eartha says, yeah, he slept with her and showed 24 missed calls from her. Do y'all think Dolph instigated it by doing that? Pee Wee says, I think Dolph just spoke the truth and pulled Gotti's card. Beautiful says, it was disrespectful, but is it enough to come for his life 4 different times? Blame your biatch. She was the hoe that opened her legs. No excuse if I found that off and I'm making all that money, another woman coming. That's what I say. The money, Gotti would have been mad at her. That's what I say, Bobby. That's the problem. You put your feelings in it. That's like I'm playing with millions. And I got more millions to come. But is it easier said than done? What would we had done if we was Gotti? Fellas, how do you think you would have carried it? Pee Wee, Bobby, and the rest of the fellas, boss man, Felix, how do y'all think y'all would have carried it if y'all was Gotti? And Dolph pushed up on you. He making records where he dissing you. He smashed your baby mother. He rubbing it in your nose. How would y'all feel? To the fellas, how would y'all feel? Weezy says, this child's play, and I always say age is just a number, boys and grown men bodies. How would y'all would have carried it? And not only that, he made a come up off your name. Boss Man says, baby mother is different from your wife. Beautiful says, I'd be under the jail if I went after everyone who slept with my baby daddy. It's life, it happened. And that's what I always say. I say the same thing, Beautiful. Like, if Felix says, I would have just gotten a better biatch, right? Because just imagine if we took the life of everybody that done something to us, we'd be in the penitentiary with a whole lot of years if we reacted by taking somebody's life. Get over it. You ain't the first man who baby mother smashed his op. You ain't the first man who baby mother smashed another Negro. It happens all the time. How many Negroes, baby mothers, you smashed? So you always got to look at it like that. You always got to look at it. When karma spins the block on you, you can't get mad. You can't get mad. When karma spins the block on you, you can't get mad. If you've been beating up people and then somebody beat up on you, you can't go get a gun and go shoot that man that beat you in a fight. Got to take it to the chin. How many people you beat up with your hands? Now you get beat up. Now you want to go shoot up the block. Question from Bobby. Question, is who partners was really being hurt by Dolph comments? Because money move everything. Feelings is just an emotion that will get you locked up. Good point. And even with the diss records, even though Dolph came up off of dissing Gotti, shit, that's giving more sales to Gotti. Because even if Gotti don't respond, whether he respond or not, everybody going to be buying your stuff just to see if you is going to respond back to Dolph. Kitty will bring you in and Kitty will take you out. That Kitty is powerful. Yes, Lord. Gotti from the mid-'80s. Come on, bro. Gotti didn't give two fucks about that. Take that L and move on. Exactly what goes around comes around. We trained that generation. And that's what I say. That's what I say. If you are from Generation X, I'm Generation X. I was born in the early 70s. This is the fruits of our labor. We are the tree, and these are the fruits that fell off the branches that grew from the tree. These are the products of us. So can we be mad? Can't be mad. Okay, Juanita got a baby dad. Okay, boss man. I ain't know, boss man. I ain't know you got a baby mother over here, boss man. I see you, boss man. Big shout out to the baby mother and baby father of the Rock Squad, Juanita and Boss Man. I salute y'all. Big shout out. The first baby mother and baby father of the Rock Squad goes to Boss Man and Juanita. Fuck that. F that you can have his or her. Now you about to be somebody. Yep. Look what happened to Mo 3. Yep. Mo 3 was nice now. Mo 3 was with that. Mo 3 had some wordplay. Mo 3, woof. Look what happened. Yeah, Mo 3 was nice with it. Young dog. Pee Wee says, F him. I got my own ish going. I don't care what my baby mother doing or my enemies. Facts. Beautiful. A lot of people don't know how to handle that L. Yep. They were our soldiers. That's why Gotti know to move. Yep. I did Young Dolph. Yep. The ish goofy, if you ask me. Rest in peace to the ones that lost their life. Exactly. Juanita and Boss Man, LMA, they laughing out loud. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta print this on my community wall. I gotta let everybody know we got baby mother and baby father, Juanita and Boss Man. Urta says true. Felix says it's not that deep when you both are making millions. Just keep it moving and keep getting that bread. I'm with you, Felix. Like y'all playing with millions because you know the end game. You know the end game, but y'all playing with millions. You know, look, you said, what about me? All right. You said, what? All right. We playing with millions. We playing with millions. Now you hot as a firecracker, Gotti. You hot. You hot. You can't pick up the phone to talk to nobody. Feds listening. You can't go out your house. Feds watching. They recording. They taking pictures. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. You can't talk on the phone to nobody. Anything you say on them phones, you definitely can't talk in codes. You hot. That's why I tell people all the time. The two M's don't mix. You hot. You hot as a firecracker, Gotti. What are you going to do? What's your next move? Feds watching. The snitches that's in your camp watching. The streets watching. Everybody watching. If you would like to donate to the channel, that's the Cash App. The Cash App is $ERICMCINT. If you would like to donate to the Cash App, it's at the bottom of the joint right here. Once again, if you would like to donate to the Cash App is $ERICMCINT. That's all I'm saying, fellas. I'm not saying not to handle your business. I'm not saying not to handle your business. I'm just saying move accordingly. Because see, now you hot. The broad that you dreamed about. Angela Simmons, you had the biggest crush on Angela Simmons. Now you about to risk losing her.
Connected.
Angela Simmons, you had the biggest crush on Angela Simmons. Your payback is always to make more money. Facts. Asking for someone to please help me. I currently lost my place. I'm out in the cold. Now, we don't do that over here, Dante. We don't do that over here, bro. Trying to see your Cash App. It's right there. $ERICMCINT. Weezy says some of these jits are sprung, and now she has moved on to the next boy because, man, appreciate that cash donation, Bobby. Appreciate that cash donation, Bobby. They was thinking with they exactly. Appreciate that. So now you got Angela Simmons, your dream chick. See how as men, and I got to speak to the men, but you see how as men, the decisions that we make, can't blame it on the devil, can't blame it on God, can't blame it on the white man, can't blame it on the system, can't blame it on the environment that we raised in, can't blame it on nobody, can't go to the Garden of Eden and blame it on Eve. See, as men, we got to take responsibility. Yo, it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not. It's not. You playing with millions of dollars? You supposed to be out the way. I'm going to tell you where you supposed to be at. I'm going to tell you the lane. You don't belong in the fast lane when you playing with millions and millions of dollars. You belong in driving Miss Daisy's lane. You belong behind the steering wheel like what's my man? Morgan Freeman. You supposed to be so laid back and out the way. You playing with millions. What point do you got to prove to the streets? Huh? I'm playing with millions. I'm worrying about what the streets think about me. Man, give me the millions of dollars. I'm going to be with some senior citizens. I'm going to be with the kids because I already know what come along with the territory. I don't want no hitters around me. I don't want the hitters around me because I already know how the hitters get down. We got to do better. Look, we got to do better. I'm not a preacher, but we got to do better, y'all. Seriously. Smash as many females as you want to smash, but you got to know the difference from a female that belongs to the community. Yo, she belongs to the community. And if you don't know what that means, I do charge a consultant fee for game because the game is to be sold and not told. So I do charge a consultant fee, a consultation fee for me to put you up on some game. Just DM me on Instagram for my lessons, and I'll give you the lessons about females that belong to the community. She belongs to the community, bro. And even if it's your wife, and even if you stood before God and took this woman as your wife, if your wife belongs to the community, then that's what your wife is. Your wife's a hoe. If your baby mother is a hoe, she's a hoe. It's okay. I had baby mothers that was hoes. I dealt with hoes. It's okay. It's not enough. It's not worth you getting into a war over a female that's a hoe. A hoe's a hoe. Shank, how do you know? Because every time I see the hoe, she's with a new Negro. Shout out to Willie D. That's Willie D line. A hoe is a hoe. If you need, I'm going to give y'all a little game. I tell y'all what, I'll give y'all a little game. And I give it to y'all for free. Go and listen to Willie D. Yeah, Willie D that got the podcast. Willie D that interviewed Cat Williams. That Willie D. Google Willie D. Let a hoe be a hoe. Willie D give you the game. How will you know she's a hoe? If every time you see the hoe, she's with a new Negro, she's a hoe, man. Let's stop playing with the game, y'all. Seriously. Seriously. Let's stop playing with the game. I don't promote the game. However, if you are in the game, just move accordingly. That's all I'm saying. Because now, Gotti, you got Angela in a jacked up position. You got Angela in a jacked up position. It's the same way P. Diddy done with Jennifer Lopez. Y'all remember? Y'all remember? Because see, here's one thing about the game. Y'all really need to watch The Godfather. And Wack spoke on The Godfather. If y'all never seen The Godfather, y'all gotta watch The Godfather. The Godfather was about principles. The Godfather was about morals. The Godfather was about values. Go watch The Godfather and you'll see. So now you got Angela Simmons in the mix. She in the mix. She might lose her freedom. She might catch a hot one. You got a nice setup. Banana feds on you, Gotti. You had a beautiful setup. I respect Jay-Z. I respect Jay-Z. And I think that's why Jay-Z made the move that he made. Because Jay-Z seen it. You got to look at who all he had surrounding him. And I think Jay-Z, in my opinion, chess move, Jay-Z made the right chess move. Because it's not that Dame Dash was cocky in a negative way. It's not that Dame Dash was a bad businessman. Dame Dash was and still is an excellent businessman. It's just Jay and Dame wasn't on the same level. And Jay was looking at longevity. That's how he was looking at it. So Jay looking at it like this. If I stay with Rockefeller, then I still have to get 33% of the pie. Then he looked at the artists that was on Rockefeller, Beans running around wilding out. Not only Beans running around wilding out, he got state property. They running around wilding out. Jay just bagged the baddest chick in the game. He said, I got the baddest chick in the game wearing my chain. He just bagged Beyonce. Remember what I said about the decision making? Everything got to do with your decision making. It's not personal. It wasn't personal with Jay-Z and Dame. Dame took it personal. Jay didn't take it personal. It was just bad business for Jay if he would have stayed with Dame. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It would have been a bad move. Let's look at chess. Let's look at chess. Now, in chess, you got the board, right? You got the pawns. That's Beanie Siegel and all of them, the artists. Those are the pawns. You got the council. You got Dame, Jay, and Kareem. Dame was the king. Jay-Z was the queen. Kareem was the knights. You know, the knights are very powerful. And you always position your knights. You get them in position to attack, but you leave them there. You leave them there. And I've played with some chess masters that can checkmate you by using their knights, but you position your knights. That's Kareem. So they always had Kareem in position. So now you got Jay as the queen. You got Dame as the king. Who was they always moving around the board? Who did you always hear on the radio? Jay-Z. Jay-Z was the queen. So now the queen starts to think. The queen can think for herself. Dame could only move one way to the right, one way to the left. Dame really couldn't do a lot of moving. Jay knew that. So Jay felt like if I remain on this board with Dame and them, eventually me being the queen, because the queen, Jay was out there. Jay knew eventually I'm going to get knocked. And if I get knocked, Dame's still going to be the king. Dame's still going to be in position. So if I get knocked as a queen, Dame going to grab another queen. So won't I just go ahead and erase myself off of this board? Let me create my own board where I'm the king. And that's all it was, y'all. It was just business. It was just business. Look at Gotti. Gotti is in the same position that Jay was in, but Gotti is playing checkers. Gotti still got the street environment around him. What's the end game of the street environment? Prison or dead? It's longevity. It's longevity. It's about thinking. Now, Gotti's life is on the line. His freedom is on the line. And his relationship with Angela is on the line. Trust me. Her family is in her ear. Trust me. Trust me. She's in Gotti's ear. I ain't signed up for this ish. Y'all really think Angela is happy with this? Nah, she ain't happy with it because she already know the end result. She already know the end game. If they were that bold to come up in that funeral, if they was that bold to gun them down at the repast, and that's your brother, ain't no telling what's coming down the pipe for you, Gotti. Ain't no telling. Angela Simmons is looking at it like that. Trust me, y'all. Trust me when I tell y'all. Gotti and Angela, they're not going to be together that much longer. They're not going to be together that much longer. Angela got it going on. Angela come from a family that got it going on. This is when you got to credit women. Women are smarter than us, fellas. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Women are smarter than us. And that's why God created the woman. It is what it is, fellas. They smarter than us when it comes to thinking. Once again, men, we got ego problems. We got pride. A woman don't. Don't y'all know that a woman will work 2 jobs? Don't y'all know that a woman will work these 2 jobs being underpaid? Don't y'all know that a woman will have patience? Don't y'all know the woman knows the end game? The end game is what? The end game is if I work these 2 jobs, yeah, I know I'm being underpaid, but if I work these 2 jobs, I can be able to provide for my children. I might not get to the promised land. It's the woman thinking now. The promised land is success. The promised land is the house, the car. She might not get there, but as long as my children can get there, I've done my services as a mother. That's the thinking of a woman. But when it comes to us, fellas, I ain't working that damn job, man. We want to go get some dope. Not all of us. Not all of us. That's the first thing we want to do. Not all of us. We want to hit the block. A woman, and I need everybody to listen to me on this one. But a woman will let the white supremacist system use her and abuse her and pimp on her for the sake of her family. But us men will let the white supremacist system use us, abuse us, and pimp on us and crash out. Did y'all hear me? Don't think just because you don't work a 9 to 5, don't think that the system ain't pimping on you. Don't think that you ain't being used by the white supremacist system just because you don't work the 9 to 5, just because you in the streets. Right? So either way, the man and the woman is being pimped on by the system. But the difference between that woman and that man, the woman sees the end game of her being pimped on. She gonna get pimped on. She gonna let the system pimp her. But her version of being pimped, her outcome of being pimped by the white supremacist system is going to be a different end game than us. Because, like I said, you can try to argue me down, say, Shank, man, I ain't getting pimped on. Shank, man, you done lost your red mind. Yes, you is. You getting pimped on. And the cold piece about it, you don't even know you're getting pimped on. The white supremacist system is pimping us, brothers. Putting that thing up in us with no Vaseline. I'm going to drop the link if anybody want to join the panel. I appreciate everybody for sending the donations. We need to learn from this situation. We need to learn from this situation, y'all. We need to learn and see what not to do. Y'all start making millions and millions of dollars. Bring y'all asses to my platform and donate on my platform instead of running around here acting like a fool. Y'all want something to do with all the millions? Bring them to Shank Rock. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start trolling all millionaires. All millionaires with money, I'm gonna start trolling y'all. Give me some of the millions. Because you ain't doing nothing with it anyway. Women handle pressure better than men, and they have an instinct for confrontation. And that's women. That's women. That's true. That's true. Women handle pressure better than us. They do. Now, of course, we got some better qualities than women, but for the most part, pressure, women can handle pressure better than us. It's going to be all right, baby. And the first thing your woman want to do is what? Try to make things better. Bobby says, bro, I'm a music producer and I love people, bro. We just need to understand how to. Excuse me. Drop your link, Bobby. Drop your link to your music page. If you got a music page, drop your link. And make sure everybody go check out Bobby's music. Drop your link, Bobby. Yeah, make sure everybody check out Bobby. This Sunday, the Still Swinging podcast will be on Miss Parker's channel. And Miss Parker and Pee Wee will be doing a demonstration on domestic violence. So make sure everybody subscribes to Miss Parker's channel this Sunday at 6 p.m. Miss Parker and Pee Wee will be doing a domestic violence demonstration on Miss Parker's channel. Good night, Eartha. I appreciate you for pulling up. So I'm getting ready to close out so I can let everybody go. Big Juke's funeral will not be in Memphis. It just wouldn't be a good idea. It wouldn't be a good idea. Appreciate you, Bobby. Make sure you drop that link. Appreciate you. But it just wouldn't be a good idea. It wouldn't be a good idea at all for them to have that funeral in Memphis. Same thing, beautiful. I heard none of the funeral homes would take his body. I mean, it's just a smart thing to do because they just don't know. They don't know. Where did he get shot? Where did he get gunned down at? At a funeral's repast. At a loved one's repast. But that's the life of a gangster. That's the life of a gangster. Salute everybody. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'll see everybody on the next demonstration. I'll leave the chat running and y'all can hang around. Salute.
Hey, Red Man in the building. Yes, I'm just chilling as usual, nigga. Music is my life. Hey, listen, I want you to make your next move your fucking best move. I said, I want you to make your next move your fucking best move with Eldorado, Reg, and fucking Shank Rock in this motherfucker. Hey, listen, check out their new movie. Like, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed, Reg and Shank Rock. Check out their new movie featuring Trey Chaney. You know Trey Chaney? Do you know Trey Chaney, nigga? Check out the new movie with Eldorado Red, Shank Rock, and fucking Trey Chaney, you fucking assholes. Yeah, that nigga, that smoke bud, nigga. Yo, the shit is lit. You gotta respect Eldorado Reg and Shank Rock. Eldorado Reg and Shank Rock, you motherfuckers is working, nigga. Listen, I know y'all motherfuckers got some bud. Making movies and albums, I know y'all niggas got some bud. I can't wait to see y'all niggas. Y'all gonna hit me with some fire. So check out the new movie with Eldorado Red, Shank Rock, and Trey Chaney. You already know. Make your move, your best move, motherfucker.
SHANK, nothing but an OG coming your way. Walk up to the door, dripping. It's $1 million thing when it come to the pimping.
Yeah, man, so my shorty hit me up, you know what I'm saying, because her man wasn't treating her right. So I had to step up like a real OG, a real player. Handle business, get down to business and handle that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm born.
I know you love Rihanna because she's the mother of your children and everything, but are you in love with her? Just like we agreed on. I love you.
Yo, Shank, I need some hammers, yo. I know you got some on you. I need some. Make sure ain't nothing registered to anybody.
And this OG guy, you think you something, you such a thug. You're not doing enough for my daughter either, but giving her a headache and drama. You will be out the picture soon too.
But I don't want to do this no more, Miss Parker.
What? You don't want to do this shit no more, nigga?
You're not listening to me, Miss Parker. And you know, with the demonstration that I've done, we gotta agree to disagree.
The fuck you thought? We was going back to the mud with this shit? Huh? It's part of life for you. It's part of the pussy for me.
All right, Miss Parker.
But at the same time, we need to know where you got that information from, because my partner
street.
did nothing like that.
From the streets.
Nah.
The streets be talking. That's right.
And why would you bring this up right now, TT, knowing that Miss
She
Parker's going
asked
through her
me.
situation?
She called and asked me. I didn't bring it up. She called and asked me, and I'm a real friend, so I'm gonna tell the truth about it. So
Well, then
nigga,
tell the
don't
whole
come trying
truth
to
then,
check me
TT.
about it. It's what
Tell the
the
whole
truth
truth
is.
then,
I thought you was being my friend through my
Of course
situation.
I'm being your friend.
Not put it on knowledge. I can't
That's what
believe
they are
you
saying.
it.
That's what they are saying, not me. That's what they're saying. I'm
Who
telling
is
you
they,
what they're
TT?
saying.
Who is they?
The street, nigga, the streets.
Okay, I'm on my way out to where you at, okay?
Okay.
You make sure the niggas in the streets know I'm on my way out there.
The streets take care of the streets.
All right, then.
TT, like.
Wait. Why is it so dark in here? I can't feel my legs. Why can't I feel my arms? What's happening?
Dice, I need you, man.
Don't call my real phone with that bullshit, my nigga.
I need to get out of town, man.
God damn, dog.
Yeah, everything's shut down. Dry clean's closed. Everything.